Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today in our lockdown, in our prison? I'm going batshit crazy, and I didn't have far to go. So we're gonna talk to Elvis today. he's already going. Elvis is in the house. Oh, just want to remind you. I know you guys have done this before. This is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit. We'll communicate the best way we can. So he may not tell us. He'll tell us what we need to know, not always what you want to know. But they know best. I let them run the show. It's their baby. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just their voice. So, all right, buddy. I think he's done this before. He's sitting at a set of drums now. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that he played the drums. Maybe he just really loved the drummers in the music. Maybe he had a desire to play the drums. Maybe he just did the finger drumming on the table stuff, on the dashboard. I don't remember my readings because I do so many, but yeah, he's still sitting at the drums. He went with the cymbal. All right, now he's outside. He likes being in that backyard. First, he gave me like a flash of a garden. He was standing there with a hoe in what looked more like a vegetable garden than a flower garden. And then he was in the backyard, so I don't know what that little flash of garden was, but I'll just give you anything. There's a reason for anything they say or show. All right, come on, Elvis. You gotta do something besides stand there, buddy. He says, look at you, and he's talking to you, Eric. He says, look at you all spiffy and everything. And then he shows me an image, and I don't even know what you look like because I don't look at anybody's Facebook page. And it messes up my whole mind before reading. But he's showing you sitting there kind of in an old, maybe even dirty, torn t-shirt, and whiskers growing, like stubble growing, like you haven't shaved in a couple days because you're in lockdown, I guess. And he's laughing. Look at you all spiffed up. So I don't know if you've been looking like that lately. Okay, he's showing that he comes up to you and he's showing the right side of your head. It doesn't have to be, but sometimes they show exactly. And he's going, hey, 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 and he's standing kind of up here. So if you feel, it won't, I'll say probably, will not feel like knuckles actually rapping you on the head, but you'll feel little, maybe a little something every so often about this. This is about the area he's showing. Or you may just get a headache right there because he's kind of, hey, and you should hear this hey. It may not sound like a hey. And I always tell everybody, we don't just have these ears, we have these telepathic ears up here too, where you can kind of hear it in your thoughts. You can actually communicate like that. You don't have to talk out loud to him. You can talk to him in your head. And I promise you 1,000%, and I say this all the time, they can hear you, they can see you. You just have trouble hearing and seeing them. He's going, hey, knucklehead. Hey, hey. He's saying, hey, wake up. So, You probably heard him in your dreams. He said it's not so bad. He wants you to lighten up. Remember that I love you, but don't make it a what? Don't make it a boulder. Remember that I love you, but don't make it a boulder. See, that would make him sad. And he's actually, okay, the image he's showing me is a boulder, and there's like a rope or chain tied to you. And Elvis is literally trying to grab this boulder, and he's trying to move it away from you, trying to take it away from you, because he doesn't want you carrying that burden, that big heavy burden boulder. So he's working on taking that away. He says, "What? Why do you think that's yours? Why do you think you need to own that?" He says, "There's nothing you could have done to stop this. Nothing." And I know I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter on what you believe in, past lives, whatever. We come to this life, it's what I've been taught, in my experience. We come in with an exit point. Might be 1 day old, might be 100 years old. It can waver a little bit depending on what people around you are learning from you, or what's going on, or what your soul is learning. It was his exit point. He was going to leave one way or the other at this time in this area. Why it's planned that way, I don't have a clue. He's talking about 4th of July. We're not even close. We haven't made it through April. It's dragging on like for a year, isn't it? He's talking about 4th of July. I don't know if this is a memory for you that you guys had a big. He's in that backyard again. I don't know if you guys used to have big 4th of July parties and barbecues, or if he's talking about the 4th of July coming up. He's showing what looks like a golf cart, side by side, four-wheeler. It looks more like a golf cart. He still looks like he's at this house, the same backyard that he's always. And it doesn't have to be the exact backyard, the exact house. He might just be showing me. I know this sounds a little vague, but you might just be showing me. I want to say. I can't think of how I want to say it. A backyard. You might just keep looking like the same backyard. But it's a backyard. Okay, now he's got one of them little paper cone party hats, and he's got one of them things you blow with the strings, the little things on the end of it. So somebody's having a birthday or just had one. And usually, this looks more like something that you would have at a child's. Speak, Rhonda. At a child's birthday party, but it doesn't have to be because he's being kind of silly. Okay, let me hang on. I'm asking you something. Okay, so he's showing me that at the time he passed, he's showing laying in a bed, but he's reaching his right hand up. Do it again. Not really behind him, but kind of behind the side and up a little bit. He was reaching for somebody, and he was seeing a man, older gentleman, very prominent looking business suit, um, dress hat, like if you want to call it a fedora. I don't know what else to call them. The man feels strong but gentle, and he feels like could be a father, feels more like a grandfather type figure. And I always say type because they don't have to be blood to feel like a grandfather, if that makes sense. Your the old little man next door can feel more like a grandfather than your real blood grandfather clear across the country. So that type of feeling. So it could be a grandfather who felt more like a father too, because it seems like I'm getting both energies from it. So he saw this man and he reached out to him. He knew they were waiting for him. There's an older lady. I'm not getting the feel for her for sure. It's mother, grandmother. That one's very, very vague, so I'm not going to say for sure because I won't make anything fit if it doesn't fit. He's not going to tell me. And an angel. There's always an angel. Always, always an angel. At least one, if not more. And there usually is more. They just don't always show themselves when they show who was there for them. Alright, there was a dog too. Dog, he looks kind of like a terrier, medium size, kind of wired-haired terrier type looking dog with short, not real short, not slick hair, but wiry hair, and it's like white with a dark colors on it, some other color on it that came running up by his bed and was waiting for him too, and he knew it. So this would be his or somebody else's pet that somebody had lost. Then he shows a beautiful female angel, and angels do not have gender, but they come in that way because that's the way we perceive them. So this is a more feminine, wow. And she leaned over him and he smiled at her. He knew they were all there. And if you talk to anybody that works in a nursing home, they'll tell you that a few days before the person passes, they'll start talking about seeing their loved ones over in the corner or whatever, waiting for them. And it's totally true. I've seen this over and over and over. And he felt totally at peace. He's not showing any signs of pain. And sometimes we actually kind of leave our body before, like say there's going to be this horrific head-on crash, we actually leave our body right before the point of impact. Don't know how that works. So that we don't suffer the traumatic part of it. And sometimes, like Alzheimer patients, they kind of have a foot in both worlds. So he was kind of already out of here before he actually left, is what he's showing me. He's shown me he actually looked down on his body. And he waved and said arrivederci to himself. And left with these people. And I can promise you there was many, many more. That's just the main ones that stepped forward that they thought we needed to see. And the woman had kind of curly, permed hair. She was older. Okay, I just got this deck yesterday in the mail. I haven't even used it yet, but he asked me to pull a card from it. So I haven't even really looked at it. Anyway, there's a stream of love supporting my dreams. Sometimes they like to get a different message across that they don't know how to show me a picture of or really say. So know that whatever your dream is, what is your true dream in your heart? What is something that totally in your heart that maybe people have all kinds of dreams. Oh, I want to learn dance, or I want to learn how to paint, but I don't have time, I don't have the money, blah, blah, blah. I have a job, I can't do this, I can't get up, blah, blah, blah. All that. He wants you to know there's a stream of love supporting your dreams. So whatever that dream is, whatever that thing that would make your heart sing is, ask him for help. Seriously, seriously ask him for help. And then you have to allow whatever's brought to you. He can open doors for you. He can put people in your path. All of a sudden, like getting into some of the stuff I'm in now, would have never done it. All of a sudden, out of the blue, somebody called me out of left field and said, "Hey," and I'm going, "Never thought about doing this, but why not take that step forward and try it? Try it. Stick your toe in the water." Know that they can truly have those people call you. They can nudge. They can open a door where all of a sudden you meet somebody at the grocery store that can help you take a step towards whatever your dream is. Because he says 9 to 5. We worry about the 9 to 5, 9 to 5. He says, but that's not your dream. Your dream is something else. Asking for help. Seriously, out loud. You don't have to do it out loud because you can talk to them in your head. Ask him, help me find a way to step towards this dream. It may not be your full-time job, but who knows? Who knows? Elvis says, you don't believe you can do it. He says, how do you know if you don't try? At least make that attempt. Or you'll regret it. He says you'll regret it. And then all of a sudden, well, when I looked at the questions and I see the one, is he happy about the decision that you made? And he says, you're the man. You're the man. He says, stop worrying about what other people think about it. You're the man. You've got it. He's got like fireworks going off. It's like sparklers and stuff going off. So he's very excited with whatever that decision was. No hesitation. He's okay. I don't know what's going on here. He's showing you like turning the key onto your car, and it's like like it like it doesn't want to start. I don't know if he's warning you that you're going to have car trouble, or if you just recently had car trouble, or you need to check your battery in your car. Oh, he's laughing. Okay, I'll tell you one time. I'll try to say this real quick. One time I went to get out of my truck, and you know how when you take the key out and you open the door, the radio and all the lights go off. The radio kept playing. I went, uh-oh. Shut the door, open the door, shut the door, open the door. And everything kept going. And I thought, oh, crap, now what am I going to do? So I started the truck, turned it off, opened the door, shut the door. The damn radio and everything kept playing. And I thought, my battery's going to run dead. If I go in here for a while, my battery's going to go dead. I'm going to have to get somebody to help me disconnect the battery. All of a sudden, it quit. So my medium friend, a couple days later, she says, you have trouble with your truck? My buddy Bob did it. So if you have a car problem like that, I'm not going to say your car you don't actually need to go buy a new battery, but they can mess with them. So watch for something along that line to happen. And he's laughing hysterically. So if it does happen, first you might want to say, hey, man, knock it off. I need to start my car. Try that first. When I ask him for signs that he's around you, he's back to his drums and he's hitting the cymbal and he's hitting the cymbal. So, excuse me. Drums, especially cymbals, are going to be a sign for you. I'm not sure how this is going to work. He's showing the drumstick really big, but he kept hitting the cymbal. So somehow some of that is going to be a sign for you. So you're either going to hear cymbals in weird places. You can be walking through the store and you can see a monkey playing cymbals as a toy on a movie, Facebook, doesn't matter. Picture, doesn't matter. Something about the cymbals and the drumstick. You'll hear it. You'll hear that crash. So whenever you see it or hear it, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, ask him to bring you more. Tell him that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. He loves you. He's showing you like really big. He's showing himself like very small. He thought of you that way, that he worshipped you. He's like kneeling at your feet, this little person, and he thought you were this, I don't want to say a big god, that's pushing it too far. I don't want to say it, man. You were his idol. He said idol. He looked up to you. You were his stability. He says, I don't know why. He says, we got in trouble together. Two peas in a pod, but he felt not beneath you. He just felt, what's the word I want to use? Come on, man. You're showing the picture. He just really, really looked up to you. He thought the world of you. He He's not giving me the words I need to go with this picture. He didn't feel less than. That's not the way he's showing it. Just he thought of you this way, like this. Gosh darn it, I can't think of the words, and he's not helping. Once again, he says, "You're the man." So I'm sorry. I know I didn't describe that very well. I just can't get the words to come to me. Okay. Here's what he wants you to do. We're back to that big boulder and the chain tied to you. He wants you. He says you're not quite ready, but you're close. He wants you to actually visualize. You just imagine that you have that boulder in your hands and you give it back to him. He said it's not yours to bear. There's nothing you could have done different. Nothing. Nothing would have changed this. It was destiny. He says he's not sure why you're carrying the boulder because it's not yours. He wants you to give it back to him. He's actually showing, I don't know if he has a tombstone or if he was cremated, but he's showing a tombstone, and it could just be a symbol. And he's actually showing that you need to take a pebble, a piece of gravel, whatever it is, some kind of little rock, and take it to wherever that is and give it and leave it there because it's his. He said it's time for you to let go of it. And remember us blowing shit up. And then he starts laughing. He says, "Come on, bro." I'm still there. All right, show me. He's in that backyard again, but it doesn't have to be in the backyard. He's trying. It's like you're sitting in a lawn chair in the backyard. Don't know whose yard it is. And he's sneaking around behind you. He's getting ready to do something, but he's messing around. Oh, he just let go of a balloon. Have you guys had a balloon release for him? He's still standing behind you. I don't know if he's signifying a birthday or you guys had a balloon release. Not sure what that was for. He's still back behind you. He always says, "Boo, bro. Boo, bro." So he's back behind you. Normally, you'll just hear it, excuse me, in one ear. So you're probably going to hear it up here because he's not specifying a certain side or a certain ear. So you're going to hear something that sounds like this, and you may not hear the words clear. You might hear muttering, you might hear blah, or you probably hear something that sounds like the B sound, at least. Maybe you'll hear two B's. Saying boo, bro. Usually it's just a humming or a muttering or unless you can actually clearly hear it appear in your thoughts. He says, "I love you." He's not showing me a lot of signs, even though he's showing that he's around a lot. He's showing that he tucks you in at night, whether you know it or not. He's showing pulling the blanket up around you laying on the couch when you're asleep. He says, I do watch out for you, and it makes my heart sad to see you hurt. Okay, he's wanting you to go back to childhood. Early, oh, not quite childhood. More like teenage, young 20s. He says, oh, some of the stuff we did. He's wanting you to go back to that era when you guys are really ornery, when you were doing things maybe you weren't supposed to. I want you to go back and remember some of that stuff and laugh. And it will kind of help change the energy of remembering him. I see what he's getting at. He says, remember the time we tricked those girls. He's not saying what the trick was. He says, yeah, they were kind of dumb. I don't know who he's talking about. He's going, salute. Wait, what do you got in your hand? He's got a beer can in his hand. Beer can? He's got a can anyway. I'm going to say it's a beer since he said salute. I can't see the can. He's got his hand around it. Coronas don't come in cans that I know of. He said Corona. That don't look like a Corona. I don't know. Maybe there is Corona in a can. I don't know. Anyway, he's specifying some kind of drink. Then he said Corona, and then he laughed. He says, "Have one for me. Salute me, and then love me instead of being mad at me." That he's going to leave, and as he's leaving, I'm hearing like the jingle of, I can't tell if it's keys or change in his pocket. Did he jingle when he walked? Did he jingle money in his pocket, or it's either keys or change in his pocket, like jingle as he's walking away. Listen for that. When you hear it, validating, let him know that you know that's him. He's letting go of another balloon as he's leaving. But it does not look like a birthday balloon. Okay, my dear, much love to you. And he says, don't forget the boulder. Don't forget to let go of the boulder. So even if you have a memorial for him in your house, put that rock there when you're ready. All right, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved one. Much love to you. Stay safe in this crazy time.